Secret juice against Russian Chase Hooper. Can Paulo Costa make a career comeback by beating Roman Kopylov, or will Kopylov retire Paulo Costa from the UFC in this video? Hello and welcome to Bloodsport MMA.
Salam alaikum. Walaikum salam.
It is a very interesting stylistic matchup because whatever you try to tell me, it's pretty hard to predict that fight. Because you have two strikers who both know how to grapple. I would say Paulo Costa is the more accomplished grappler. He should be the better grappler on paper, but they both kind of cancel each other out in a way. So both have phenomenal kicks. Both are, I would say, famous for their high kicks. Paulo Costa doesn't have that many finishes with his high kicks, but look at the fight against Robert Whittaker and all of that, against Martin Vettori. His high kicks are most definitely his most dangerous weapon. And Kopylov has so many high kick finishes. He is known for that, right? And if you just look at the records, you think that's an easy prediction. Kopylov is like on a 6-5 winning streak or something, like all wins by KO as well, like he just finished everyone and all of that. And Paulo Costa lost 4 out of his last 5. So you would think, easy fight to predict, right?
Easy money for me.
But I don't see it that way, to be honest, because you have to see, Paulo Costa, you never know what you get with him. Paulo Costa, in his heyday, when he fought Yoel Romero and all those guys, he is a champion in my opinion. He could knock out anyone and beat anyone because he was a ferocious guy that just came forward like a steamroller, didn't get tired and just threw the kitchen sink at you and was a muscle freaking truck.
Make you strong in jacket and make some parts of you boy grow up.
But at the same time was so flexible, so agile, so athletic that he can hit you with spinning back kicks and all of that to the face. Spinning heel kicks, right? Spinning hook kicks, whatever. So Paulo Costa is the ultimate threat to anyone. But the problem is recently, ever since he fought for the title, he did not really show up anymore. He just, but the good thing about this is he said it himself, he realized it himself after the Strickland fight that he needs to get back to the violent Costa. He kind of was just in there to emote and have fun and I don't know, retreat a lot and all of that. And that's not how Costa wins fights.
I disapprove 100%.
Costa wins fights by walking forward, just throwing the kitchen sink at you and not letting you breathe. That's how Paulo Costa wins his fights. And the good thing, as I said, is that he himself said before that fight, after his last fight against Strickland, that he realized that himself right now and that he will change that now. He will come back as the Paulo Costa of old, the mean Paulo Costa. And I do think the mean Paulo Costa is a threat to anyone. And especially you have to see Roman Kopylov, of course, as I said on paper, he should win that fight. But Roman Kopylov is not a guy who just beats the crap out of everyone and finishes them. It's not like he just goes in there, puts a clinic on them and gets out of there.
He hasn't.
You have to watch the fights. Don't just look at the results, watch the fights. Against Chris Curtis, for example. Chris Curtis beat him up pretty bad. His face was all busted up. Kopylov has a beautiful jab, a very nice 1-2, nice boxing. He's fast and he has beautiful kicks. That's true. He's very dangerous. But he's also there to be hit. And especially when you put him on the back foot, he's not the #1 counter striker. He's better when he initiates the attacks. And if Paulo Costa, that's always a problem, it's always an if, we don't know how he shows up. If he does what he says and walks forward, he could be a big problem for Kopylov.
Nobody knows where is Skinny Boy. Skinny Boy is hiding. Show up, Skinny Boy, let's fight, I'm ready.
Especially because when Paulo Costa throws, you have to react because if he connects, it will hurt, right? Same goes for Kopylov as well. But I do think they are very evenly matched and I do think we could see a very interesting fight. And I really cannot predict how the fight will exactly happen. If we will see grappling, if one guy will push the pace, the other guy will just retreat and all of that. It's a very tricky fight to foresee what's gonna happen, right? But I have a feeling, and I might be a little bit biased because I was a Paulo Costa fan since forever, but I like Roman Kopylov as well. It's not like I don't like him. I really do appreciate him and like to watch him, right? But I do think that Paulo Costa, he just fought the better competition. His last fights were Israel Adesanya Robert Whittaker, Sean Strickland, Luke Rockhold, and Marvin Vettori, right? Whilst Kopylov was fighting guys like Josh Fram, the best guy he fought was Chris Curtis. And Chris Curtis, no hate towards him, he's a great fighter, but he's not necessarily a championship fighter. Whilst Paulo Costa fought only guys that were either champions or Marvin Vettori, who fought for the belt 2 times.
How the fuck is that even a question?
Right? You have to see that and you have to factor that into equation. So experience plays a factor. Now at the same time, inactivity plays a factor, and Kopylov was definitely more active than Paulo Costa. But I do have a feeling that if Paulo Costa really does what he says and shows up as the Paulo Costa of old, that he could even finish Kopylov. And I might be a little bit naive, but I do believe in Paulo Costa. I do believe that he has the feeling of, I want to get revenge, because his contract is on the line. He lost 4 fights out of his last 5. He's a big star, but also big stars have an expiry date, and also big stars have a limit of a losing streak, right? And he's not a cheap fighter as well. They pay him quite a lot of money to show up and fight.
Yeah, did you send me that, motherfucker?
He's 33 years of age. I think they're both 33 if I'm not mistaken, so there's no real age advantage or anything. I do think that Paulo Costa has the experience advantage. I do think that will show. And my prediction is that Paulo Costa goes in there, attacks Kopylov from the beginning, puts pressure on him, puts him on the back foot and lands a lot of kicks, throws a lot of big strikes at him. And I do foresee that Paulo Costa finishes Roman Kopylov in the 2nd round. Maybe with a high kick, maybe with punches when he's leaned up against the fence, when he pushed Kopylov against the fence, whatever. And I don't think that he knocks him out cold, but I do think that he finishes him, that the referee steps in, a ground and pound finish, whatever. And my official prediction is Paulo Costa by 2nd round KO/TKO. I have big hopes that Paulo Costa can make a comeback. I really, really do hope so. I really like this guy. And yeah, it's a risky fight, a tricky fight, but a good test as well to come back. And will be interesting to see how he will handle it. This is my prediction for the fight. What is your prediction? Write it in the comments. Like this video, guys. Subscribe to the channel. Become a member. All that good stuff. I appreciate every support. Stay bloody, you guys. And until the next one. Bye-bye. Bloodsport out.